I'm gonna get him, y'all. It's too much. I'm gonna get him. What's up? What's up? What's up? Famalam, famalam. What does it take to make a good wine? What does it take to make a good wine? What does it take? It takes a good wig. It takes a good wig. That's what it takes. Baby, I was hanging out in the streets once a dang on again. That's my adult entertainment is Tasha K and Kevin Samuels. And to hear the women, the old women, the majority of the women. Now this is how the foolishness started. This is how the foolishness started. A little girl was on the panel, and she said, the majority of the men I meet have kids. The majority of the men I meet have kids. The majority of the men I meet have kids. And Kevin Samuels had the nerve to say, what men do you meet? Where do you meet your men and where are you getting this statistic? And she said, from my experience. And Kevin said, statistically, only 51% of African American men in America have children. And she said, where are you getting this number? And he said, well, where are you getting your number? And he said the CDC statistics, the census, that 51% of African American men have children. And she said, I'm 30 years old. Where are you getting this number? Bam me up. Just bam me up. And she said, this is based on my experience. He said, I'm basing my numbers off of the CDC. So that started it. And he said, see, that's what's wrong with women. You guys are basing your perception and your assumptions off of your experiences. But statistically, women should just shut up and date. Okay. Come on, make it plain, ladies. Come on, make it plain. So I said, well, now, I ain't never heard no 51% of black men don't have kids under the age of, I'm going to say under the age of 35. 51% of the black men don't have kids under the age of 18, and that's still stretching it. So I said, what in the world is this man talking about? Where is he getting his numbers? And that's what the girl was like, where are you getting your numbers? So that started a debate. I see y'all, Renee, Patricia, Bambi. And I said, Lord, and so me and my mother are cleaning out the garage. My lighting's not good. So me and Mama are cleaning out the garage, and I got her listening. And he said, well, do you want to be married? And she's like, yeah. Hey, ladies. I just put an apparatus on. These are the earrings I had on. Unbothered Mimi. These are the earrings I had on when I hula hooped. It's a whole lot to get all this in a tub since I can't shower with the busted up hand, right? What does it take to make a good wine? So every caller, no, I'm not going to say every. No, I'll say every. 92% of Kevin Samuels callers that call in say they want to be married. So as of late, since Carter's Eat said he really needs to start asking them why. He needs to start asking them why. I got a surprise for y'all. He started asking, no, did he start asking why? Yeah, I think he started asking why. And then they all go back, and say, well, my mother is married, or, my experience with marriage is based off of the experience I've had with men. And he said, well, if you expect garbage, you're going to get garbage. But if you expect greatness, you're going to get greatness. So we got to change our mindsets. Was that toothpaste? That's toothpaste. Okay, we'll go back to story time in just a second. I found these doohickeys at the grocery store. What are they? 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 Buzz Balls Chillers Cocoa Chill Orange Wine with Cream. What in the same heck? All right, so we're going to cut up the cabbage, drop some sausage in. The kids tried to get me sick, y'all. All right, so essentially my mama was getting upset with Kevin. Like, who is this man and why is he cussing so much? And where is he basing his numbers off of? And the girl was like, oh God, I have so much to do. I might not get story time now. Let me see what I can do. Basically, it was a hot mess. And each time Kevin Samuels asked these young ladies a question, and dance, and talk about the hula hoop challenge that everybody in the chat is going to do. So, I saw Renee the Barber in here. I'll put it over here so you can see it. Renee the Barber, if you don't know her, get there. Everybody that's listening can hear my voice. Get your hula hoop or your jump rope out. Bambi's got the squats. We have no excuses, hips, what have you. Get out there, do something, be active. So, to paraphrase, every caller that called in, when Kevin Samuels asked these women a question, I guess, women folk we are. We hear what we want to hear. Half of them didn't answer the dang question. He said, ma'am, if you're raising 4 sons, do you trust the women today to prepare a presentable mate for your sons? Chick said, well, I'm raising my sons to, model after me. He said, ma'am, that's not what I asked you. He said, ma'am, are you preparing your son? Do you think the women today are properly preparing their girls to date your sons? 4 times he asked this woman the question, and she could not answer it because she wasn't listening. She was hearing what she thought she wanted to hear, which was, are your sons equipped to date? Do your sons know what a good woman looks like? That's what she wanted to answer. And he was asking, or do you think women today are preparing little girls to properly be prepared to date your man? Catch it in your spirit. Catch it. I'm going to have a hard time cutting. Welcome to not Mrs. Carter. I know I should be doing this on Mrs. Carter. I got too many channels. Welcome to Carter's Eat, where we have to cook and eat, and I'm talking about marriage stuff. And we're going to talk about healthy living with Renee the Barber, because that's what it's all about. And that's the only way you can be a good wife, is if you've got some healthy living going on. So listen. Get on in, come on in, tell a neighbor, tell a friend, comment, commit, and stick. There's only about 5, 6 of us in here, so, watch me cut up the cabbage. Pray I don't hurt my hand, but hear what I'm saying, because this is the dialogue that I care to talk about, and I hope you decide to stay. So, he said, ma'am, you're not listening. Ma'am, you're not, ma'am. Ma'am, you're not answering the question at all. At all. I'm asking you, do you think your sons, so he was trying to get the woman to tattletale or tell on the women culture and say, no, these women today aren't properly preparing their young ladies to be ladies and how to date a man in the future. With that being said, and I'm raising a 6-year-old, and that is a very deep conversation. And you know who always used to say that? Coach Sherry. Coach Sherry used to always say, I'm praying for my daughter's mates now. And it's very important that we do pray and mentally prepare our children for what they're going to be. That's a responsible parent. And that's what he's essentially said, is that mothers have failed young ladies on what to expect in a expect in a marriage. Okay, catch it in spirit. Expect. And that when you do your adulting and you get married, there may be situations that are not comfortable, but because you're married, you're to suck it up. But the young generation, the new generation, called it, so you want me to settle. You want me to accept his BS. His cheating, his his cheating, his infidelity, his lying. So he used Bill Gates as an example. He said, you don't see the Chinese people divorcing each other willy-nilly. You don't see the Korean people divorcing each other willy-nilly. He said, Bill Gates stayed married 23 years and had a girlfriend for 12, allegedly. For 12. And his wife knew about it. They were mature. They stuck it out, but they amicably agreed to divorce. She didn't run, scream, shout, raise her hand. So as Kevin Samuel was telling us to turn a blind eye. Back in the 40s and 50s, wasn't that the way of doing relationships? Weren't men folk just all about? But women told daughters, we do not have to tolerate that, accept that, or be in that. And that led to what? A generation of women who are now living single in a 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls. Yeah. Boy, we didn't break that thing. Women to the movement, Jack. Women's power. I'm single, don't need no joke. Then you turn around, and then by now, this is when Kevin Samuels hits a button and goes, bing, frying eggs, a frying egg sound. Because then you go, wait. I done partied. I done lived. And my time is up. He's saying for women, it's different. Your time is up. You have an expiration date. Men really don't. Men don't have an expiration date. And women ultimately want to have a child. And he said, we have polygamist mindsets. If it's okay for us to go out and make babies willy and nilly with 2-3 different men, when under the auspice we didn't marry. Oh, and it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to process, but a lot of women are listening to him because he's making a lot of sense, although it may be very hard to hear. What's up, Easter? So he asked this one girl, she said, I'm 22 and I want a high value man. He said, okay, why? Catch it in your spirit. He said, why? I'm going to go ahead and give myself a pat on the back and say Kevin Samuel's been listening to Carter's Eat. Because I said he ain't been asking the women why. Why do you want to get married and why do you want a high-value man? So this particular young, beautiful lady got on the thing and she said she was 22 and she lived with her mama. And she said, I do want a high-value man. And he said, why? Let me marinate. Say hello to your neighbor. Come on in, comment, commit, and stick. In the chat, we do just that. We chit and chat. Welcome to the live. Welcome to... Hold on. Blake's crying.
Why are you crying?
Let's turn it off. Hey, Daddy. Excuse me. Yeah, they come out and watch TV for all I care. She already said she was tired. Can't step away. I'm telling you, the summer hours are going to be very complicated. I cannot really go live because they're constantly on my hip. And I step away to cook dinner, fellowship, find the time, beautify myself to go live, and they already falling out crying. So he said, well, if you want a high-value man, why are you on here with a bonnet? A high-value man might think you're attractive in a bonnet, but why in God's name, if you're trying to catch one, would you show up in front of 20,000 people in a bonnet? And he summarized it like this. It's all about you, what's convenient and comfortable for you. You didn't want to be inconvenienced by prepping up and showing up for the live. You wanted to talk to me. It's you. He said, you're an only child, aren't you? And she said, yes. Hold on. Everybody's about to descend on the kitchen. Hold on. So, and then he said, well, why do you want a high-value man? She said, because I deserve one. Kevin Samuel said, you don't deserve. Let me put y'all in the pan. Let me put y'all in the pan. Come on. Come on. Little ASMR. We hit it with onion salt, garlic salt, little Lowry, little salt, little pepper. Y'all gonna watch it cook down. And that spoke to me, which is what Monique said. Why are you women coming on a public platform or out the house with a bonnet on? You don't have the time I'm gonna have to mute y'all. Hold on. Okay, so um, he said, how can you possibly expect that a high value man, somebody that has values, morals, ethics, wants a wife, because there are men out there looking for wives, that you coming on the platform, even though you think it's all about you, you deserve a high value man. He said, you don't deserve nothing. You don't deserve a thing. You deserve to live and breathe it. If you can take care of yourself, you take care of yourself. If you happen to find a man. Okay, so that was one. That was like, wow, blew her hair back. So then I go to the beauty parlor, get my feet done today, the nail salon, get my feet done, and I'm listening. I catch up on some people's videos, and the lady said, I'm gonna get my story time out, then we gonna play. We did the 51%, and then we did the young chick in the bonnet. This one says, hold on. We're gonna add some oyster sauce to it. I don't think my easel's gonna do right. Oh, it did right. Poor kids. As soon as daddy hit the door, they start crying. Okay. You don't want to hear that as soon as you hit the door. Somebody picked somebody. And I'm out of order right now, probably because I'm on the live as a wife right now. But I started it and I didn't know that I would have such chaos. But my first priority is the kids. And making sure they're happy, comfortable, and fed. Am I out of mac and cheese though already? So this caller called in and said, I believe women can change. And oh, that's what it is. Are you not a smucker or a sucker? Are you marriage material or not? So this one lady said, I believe all a stray or domestic. Are you a stray or domestic? And this lady said, I believe all women can become domestic. He said, I can't run a 440 in 4.4 seconds. And she said, I believe that everybody can change. And he said, some people aren't physically capable to do some things. And she kept saying, I believe that they are. Now, usually I have to let it cook a little bit longer, but I'm pressed for time right now. We got a crisis on my hands behind me. So, essentially what this one came down to was, he said, well, how are women going to get married? How can you get a stray married? And she said, well, I believe all women can change once they get married. He said, well, how are we going to get them to date? How are you going to get them to date first? All right. I can't concentrate. It's too much commotion. So this one's on pause. We're going to focus on the cabbage. I'm going to cut some sausage up. I'll let you see the sausage. And pray it doesn't fall. Hold on. How's everybody doing this evening? My little thing is unraveling. Everybody all right? Now, all my husband wants is the bologna and cheese. That's all he wants. He brought home the goose mayonnaise, so I'm going to get that hooked up for him in a couple of seconds. Now, I'm going to clean up the kitchen, because I have wifely obligations as well. And honey, the kids done got in trouble. I told y'all get up their fighting. Sorry. So I'm going to go try to save them. But Blake kicked AJ, and we keep reminding AJ he can't hit girls, and something happened, child. Something happened. Shout out to the 22. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live here at Part Z. Just some cabbage for you. Just some cabbage. We're not going to be here long. Again, I got a crisis behind me. Mima and Papa are in Winston. Does it look good? Welcome to the live. If you haven't seen our healthy initiative with Renee the Barber, please get there, get the video. Wait, have a seat. Where are you going?
Okay.
To do what?
You go to the house.
Watch it down. Do what? But you want to go to the
Yes, no, I'm going to operate the key. The key spot is going to go in there, so he's not.
True. For the kids. You thought I had mac and cheese in there. Hold on. Welcome to the line. Welcome to the line. Welcome to the line. Here at Part Z. Oh, His feelings are hurt. He had such a good day. He didn't get to tell you about basketball, huh?
Well, he said he was going to,
I know. I know you canceled that, I'm sure.
yeah, so I'm trying to figure out why.
Because
Yeah, do we have work to do? Yeah, damn.
it's summertime. Yeah, this is almost done. We added some oyster sauce to it. Can you smell it? All right. There's the Duke's Manners. He got it home for his bologna and cheese. And that's about it right now. So what's going on? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm sweating. Yes, sweating. Got cabbage on my face. Who's here? Boswick Cola, Finley Rivers, hey M.RTV. Thanks everybody for the support with Hey Patty D with the hula hoop challenge. We want everybody to do it. East Dad, Renee the Barber was in here, Gloria Kroon. Thank you for watching me cook my cabbage. Hi Fret's Kitchen.
Oh, this stuff fall out.
There's the bread right there at
It's
the
going
top.
bad. It's going real bad. I can't eat this.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go. The kids are all discord and everything's happening. I know I'm listening to Blake.
It ain't Blake's fault. Let me get that straight now.